it's gone, and you find yourself alone, standing face to face against the coming storm. There's no promise I can make to you to take your fears away. We just need to last the night alone and pray we'll see the day. And Willy's Wonderland.
You know that intro? It took a long time for me to make, so I hope you appreciate it. Anyways, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is that very fateful day where I will be reviewing the newest 2021 film, Willy's Wonderland. Now, this is Nicolas Cage's newest film, and as you might know, his last few films haven't been the best. So, you might be quite skeptical of this film, and I sure was, because I knew that Nicolas Cage doing a horror comedy film with animatronics, like, is it gonna be good? But I was sure as hell excited at the same time because I knew how much effort was put into this movie behind the scenes. Now, before I say 3 things good about this film and 3 things bad about this film, I just want to point out that I am gonna try not to spoil a single thing from this film, okay? Like, there might be like this slight little bit, but I don't think that's gonna ruin the movie for you. Okay, so something good about this film is that if you just want to see some awesome Nicolas Cage action, well, you got it in this movie. There's plenty of odd action shots in this movie, and you'll know when you see it. But it will make you fall in love with it right from the start. I feel like when you see Nicolas Cage versus Ozzy the Ostrich, you'll fall in love with that fight and the action choreography right away because it's so dumb but so good at the same time. I think that we will all have our favorite fight scenes. Of course, mine's probably gonna be the fight scene between Ozzy the Ostrich or maybe Gus the Gorilla. Those two are probably my favorite ones. Just so fun and entertaining, made me laugh my ass off, I can tell you that. With these action shots, you just have to remember that Nicolas Cage won't be talking or making very much noise while he's fighting them, or just in general, because he doesn't talk during this whole movie. Now, that could be a spoiler, it's not really, but I'm sorry if I did spoil that for you. But anyways, with the fighting and him being silent, I think it just kind of makes it funnier because, like, he's not saying a single word and he just kind of leaves the room to go, like, play with this pinball machine while it's about to be a big action shot. It's really weird, but I find it really funny, and to me it's just him following orders because the main guy said, take breaks, and that's what Nicolas Cage is doing. This brings us to our next point of the movie just being hysterical when Nicolas Cage fights. It's the comedy of this film. Now, I think the comedy is one of the best parts of this film. I think the comedy actually really stands out when Nicolas Cage is fighting the animatronics, or just Nicolas Cage alone with his pinball machine or taking breaks. I think that really makes the movie a whole lot funnier than having, like, you'll see the teenagers. The teenagers kind of make it like a Scooby-Doo episode, but bad, you know? They're just not fun characters. They're kind of annoying. Like, there's, every now and then there's a trying to make a funny joke, I guess, and it's just not funny at all. It's just plain old stupid. Some of them I chuckle a little bit, but other than that, there is just odd choice of putting those guys in. But Nicolas Cage, comedy with him is perfect and absolutely great. Comedy with the others, which we'll probably get into more with the bad, is off. I'll talk about this one scene that really ticked me off. Alright, moving on to our 3 things about the bad. My first thing that I'm going to talk about is bad is what we were talking about last time, the teenagers. The teenagers are just not funny characters, and there's one point in this movie where 2 of the teenagers go into, like, the fun party room, is that what it is? Where I'm not gonna spoil anything, sorry, I'm spoiling it, but they go into this room and they just start doing it, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, this won't last long, they'll be eaten right away. No, it goes on for like 5 fucking minutes. It's just so annoying, and I don't want to watch it. There's I don't want to spoil anything else from that, but it's just not funny, and was it really necessary to put that in there? It's just, I don't know, but I don't like that at all for like this Nicolas Cage versus animatronics. That's all I wanted to see, but no, they had to add these stupid ass teenagers in. Okay, anyways, moving on to our second thing about the bad is this is bad for other people. I'm just gonna point it out because like I won't have too many bad things because I really enjoy this film, but there's plot holes in this movie. I didn't think so, but other people do, and it's like, why does Nicolas Cage not talk? Why does Nicolas Cage almost fight animatronics but then take a break because his watch goes off? Why doesn't Nicolas Cage fight animatronics before they started attacking him? Now, my reason for this is I feel like Nicolas Cage is a man of his word. Like, he follows his orders. Like the mayor of the town said to Nicolas Cage, take breaks and just clean up the place. And that's what Nicolas Cage does. He does exactly that. And then when the girl tries to stab Willy, Nicolas Cage stops her, and I feel like why is because he doesn't want to throw the first punch at Willy. He wants to throw the last one. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. Nicolas Cage being silent, I'm not really sure. Like, I guess he doesn't really need to talk, but it's odd, but I feel like it makes the film more unique than other films. And moving on to our last thing that's bad about this film, plot convenience. Now, I don't want to point out the scene, but it's where all the teenagers are on the roof, and the roof literally breaks and they fall into the ball pit. I don't want to be nitpicky here, but like, they were pretty spread out, and it doesn't make sense. And also the green screen where they are on the roof just looks like The Room. It looks terrible. Sadly, I don't have too much to say that's really bad about this film because I quite like this film. So let's just move on to my final score on this film, and I'll recommend it to some people out there. So my score for this film is going to be a solid 80 out of 100, which is great. That's a B. Almost a B plus. Like, that's a really good score for this film. I thought it would be bad, but I was definitely wrong. There was so much humor that made it so good. Nicolas Cage, well done, my friend. And I would recommend this film probably to not horror fans, because you're not going to get any horror out of this film. I would recommend this film if you're like drunk one night and you want to watch a really stupid film. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. But I would recommend this film to anyone who's into like the comedy genre. You're just gonna like this film. Anyone who wants to see Nicolas Cage fight some animatronics off, you're gonna like this film. And yeah, I liked it. Anyways, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below your favorite animatronic in this whole movie. Also, Nicolas Cage can be your favorite character, so you want to add him. My favorite animatronic in this movie is probably Gus the Gorilla. Alright, thanks for watching.